What's up with iNat being open? Oh, we're gonna do a fun thing today, chat. We're gonna do iNaturalist cold cases. We're gonna be detectives on iNaturalist cold cases. Here's my brainchild, okay? iNaturalist is a website where people post observations of things that they find in the wild. Animals, plants, whatever, of any variety. And of course, people post fish on there, all right? And what happens sometimes is people aren't able to identify certain things that are posted. So for example, I post on iNaturalist a lot. So even just if you look at my posts from the past few days, the ones with the green have been confirmed. All of the rest of these have never been confirmed by someone else. Now these haven't been on iNaturalist very long. However, iNaturalist has observations going back pretty much a decade, pretty much 10 years or more, and many of these observations, especially of minnows, don't have any identifications. So today, we are going to identify cold case minnows. We are going to go through fish on we'll just do fish on iNaturalist that have been on the site for a decade or more with no one talking about what they are. We are going to look at the oldest observations of fish in the Northeast and try to identify them. Things that have not been identified for quite a long time. This banded killifish was posted in 2011. That is 13 years ago. Who decides if it's right and turns them green? Anyone. It's a community science event. So the very first, the oldest observation on iNaturalist that needs to be identified is from Massachusetts. And it's an easy one. These are clearly killifish of some variety. However, these are clearly not any of the, coastal variety. We're quite far inland in Massachusetts here. That's an easy banded killifish. Cold case number 1, solved. Okay, that's a rough one. I would say this is probably a black-nosed dace, just based on the shape and also how complete the black line is. It's not a great photo. Oh, that's a better photo. Okay, you can see how, dark and perfect that line is. That's a black-nosed dace. Now we look at drainage. We are in Western New York, so this is going to be a Western black-nosed dace. Going to go ahead and agree with Dirty Jers there. Case number 2, solved. Oh, geez. Now we've got a carp, okay, and this is in... Oh, this is in the Hudson River, right? Oh, no, sorry. This is in New Jersey. What is that, the Bronx? In a river in the Bronx. Yeah, so you can see the scales are pretty big. And they're sort of diamond to a degree, which is making me say this is not a common carp. Also the face shape, I think unless one of the other Asian carp has found their way into the Bronx, this should just be a grass carp. Solved. Case number 4, we've got a silverside, and boy am I the silverside expert. We've got a peritoneum, aka the stomach here. It is not completely squared off. There's also no dotting on the top that would indicate a rough silverside, and the peritoneum doesn't extend over the anal fin, which would indicate an inland silverside, making this the wonderful Atlantic silverside. In the Bronx again. Boom. Case number 4, solved. Tiny catfish. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I can't even... All right. Hold on. It's not a Mad Tom. So it's got to be a... I guess it could theoretically be like a channel cat or something. How do you get all of that from these shitty photos? That's what being a detective is. If all the evidence was easy and obvious, detectives wouldn't get paid anything. Yeah, I think tiny catfish might be impossible. It doesn't give me bullhead vibes the way the whiskers are coming off the top. I'm thinking Ictulurus. I'm thinking white catfish... channel cat, blue cat. Where is this from? This is from the Bronx again? This could be a blue cat. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't go any deeper than Ictuluridae on this one. Case number whatever is unsolved. This is a pumpkin seed. This is just a pumpkin seed sunfish. How is there this much disagreement about a pump? You know what? Whatever. This is a 12-year-old post, and we're going to solve it right now, submitting the answer that no one has submitted thus far. That is a pumpkin seed sunfish. Oh, geez. What a photo, man. How am I supposed to... Oh, okay, wait. One of them surfaced a little bit. I could use that. Okay, see the slight darkness on the top here? It's not necessarily a dotting, but just the way that they're grouped up like this, they look like menhaden already, right? And then you add the fact that they have this slightly darker top to them. Those are going to be menhaden every time. Especially, once again, in the Bronx, my god. Okay, now we are in Vermont. And we are looking at some suckers. So our options are white sucker or long-nosed sucker. The argument thus far has been made that the head shape is white sucker, not long-nosed sucker. I have to agree. Long-nosed suckers tend to have a much more exaggerated long nose than these guys do. So I'm going to agree with Schollmeyer. Call that a white sucker. Case solved. Conowingo in the Susquehanna. And we're identifying that as the gizzard shad. Is that what we're supposed to identify? Because this is not a gizzard shad. These are gizzard shad. This is not a gizzard shad. That's a gizzard shad. But there are gizzard shad in the photo, so solved. Oh, more things. There's the common carp up there. We'll ignore that for now. All right, killifishes. Oh, we're in the Bronx now. Again, there's a lot of stuff in the Bronx. Now the question is, can we identify these? It's close enough to the ocean that mummy chog is reasonable. I think by face shape, I would say that these are banded killifish, not mummy chog. But I couldn't do it confidently enough. So, all right, we are in Vermont, and the leading thing is that they are cyprinids, which is incredibly unlikely because cyprinids are like carp and stuff. And we are looking at a river called Otter Creek here. What have we got? Let's identify this giant group of tiny fish. Those are going to be killies every time, right? Just the face shape, the way they're all organized in a giant group like that. Yep, you can see the underhanging lower lip on this one. These are going to be killies, and we're inland. So those are banded killies. Solved! An 11-year-old post from Vermont has been solved by the cold case detective. Now we've got a mad tom in Pennsylvania. Holy red fins. Oh, is that blood? It has to be blood. I don't think it is. It's on all the fins. That's crazy. Wait, margin mad tom don't get that. Noturis myuris. They don't get like this either. Margin mad tom don't get that red. What are you? All right. Research time. We're gonna have to do some research here. It's clearly a mad tom, so we're gonna put in Noturis, and then we're gonna look at this area of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all that. So there's northern, stonecat, tadpole, mountain, and brindled. So let's just look at some of them. I mean, I don't think any of these guys get this red. What is this? I mean, the likelihood that it's an unknown species is pretty low, but I mean, northern mad tom don't get any red on them. I don't think stonecat do either, because stonecat get big. I mean, it certainly looks like a stonecat, I'll give you that. That's crazy. What is this? Just from a random creek in Pennsylvania. It could be a mutation. Hey, that's how new species get started. I mean, I'm just gonna have to put it down as Noturis for now. No, it's not a baby. It's pretty big for a mad tom. I've never seen a mad tom with color on the fin like that. The only similar-ish mad tom is orange fin, and that's not in the area. And it's also not that dark. Hey, there's a realistic chance it could be a new species. Because look, this is the darkest that orange fin mad tom get, and they're known for that. I'm going to put it as Noturis. I don't know what that is. That's crazy. It's got to be like a mutation. It's got to be something weird. It's not albino. It is lightly colored. It might be nutrient deprived. It's definitely not a tadpole mad tom. The face shape is completely wrong for tadpole mad tom. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pass on this one beyond just saying that it's a mad tom, though. All right, we've got this guy gripping the shit out of a cunner in the middle of the Connecticut Sea. All right, cool. I don't know why people identified it as a tautog, but that is a cunner. Just manhandling that cunner. Oh, we've got an unsolved one here. Already this looks like a rainbow trout. I might have to look for an adipose fin. Well, let me see. Where are we? We are in Vermont again. All right. Am I crazy to say that's a rainbow trout? Just the eye looks right. The band looks right. I can't tell if there's an adipose fin because of the quality. But it looks like, I mean, it's got to be a salmonid. Yeah. My guess would be rainbow trout based on shape. I'm going to put it at salmonid, but I don't know exactly what it is. I think Vermont might have like coho or something, so. All right, more salmonids. That's a brookie. Brown trout on the left and a rainbow on the right. Oh yeah, you're right. That is a brown. That's a rainbow. So they're both species, no brookies. I mean, I'll just put in the family then. I guess that's the disagreement because there's 2 species in the photo. Ooh, all right. We are in Chesapeake Bay in what is presumably saltwater-ish. Wow, what a photo, my God. It looks like a trout perch from this angle. I mean, it's just gotta be a chog, yeah. But then why is the eye? I mean, it might just be the reflect, like the lighting making the eye look huge, but the eye looks huge. Is this a rainwater killie? Hold on. Look at the scalation. Look at how the scales are kind of outlined. Is this ever a rainwater killie? And that would explain not having like the overhanging lip or the underhanging lip. A rainwater killie in that area? I think they are, right? They go down to Florida. We're looking for what? Chesapeake? We're looking for rainwater killie? Yeah, they're there. I think this might be a rainwater killie. Going out on a limb here, even though I'm not 100% confident in this one. Oh boy. A Rhode Island goby. Oh, I cannot mess with Arctic gobies. I'm sorry, I cannot help you with Arctic gobies. It's not a seaboard. It doesn't look like a naked goby either. I don't know what that is. What is this photo, man? It's a 10-year-old photo. All right, let's see if we can find the eel that the person is referencing in this 10-year-old photo. I see a bird. And another bird. This is some sort of like loon or something. This looks like an ostrich sticking its head in the... Is this the eel? This thing jumping right here? Is this an eel jumping out of the water? Is that what this is supposed to be a photo of? I don't know what to do with this image. I'm sorry. This is, I don't know what to do with that. Okay, we are in Vermont. And we are looking at what looks like a fall fish. Everyone's talking about it. The Tropis is a possibility. I'm willing to bet it's a spot fin. It's the only minnow in this part of the world with that reflective lateral stripe. I have to disagree with you there, fish bruh. The scales are completely wrong. I don't think this is a cyprinella. That is a tough angle to identify a minnow by. This is definitely not a cyprinella. I'm gonna disagree that this is a cyprinella. I think it's a common shiner. They range up here, right? Yeah. There's not... Oh, this could be a high bog. Holy shit, wait a minute. We're in Vermont, right on the New York border. This could be a fucking brassy minnow. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. High bog is the most reasonable thing that I've thought of. High bog refers to Hibognathus. Okay, it doesn't look like there's high bog here, but I promise there are high bog here. Yeah, look at this. This is what? Right above Whitehall? And where are we? Literally right above Whitehall. South Bay. South Bay. This is the exact same spot where an eastern silvery minnow has been found. Bro, I think this is... Yeah, it's an eastern silvery. I think this is an eastern silvery. I think it's an awful angle on an eastern silvery minnow. That's a crazy call out. Can I say that, chat? You guys might not realize this. That is a crazy call out. From this angle to call that a high bog? Oh, that is years upon years of research. This is some shad. We're in Rhode Island. Well, it's either a blueback or alewife, and we would need to cut it in half to tell the difference. So we're gonna have to just mark that one as Alosa. You have to look at the gut lining. All right, we're in Pittsburgh somewhere, and holy, someone has put an ass load of goldfish. Or are they koi? They're not common carp. They're goldfish or koi, but I don't know that you could tell from here. I'm gonna just leave it. This looks like a black crappie to me. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think this is worth identifying to species level just in this photo. Dude, what am I supposed to do with this photo? I'm in rural Vermont. This looks like a black-nosed dace. I couldn't tell you what this is. Couldn't tell you. It looks darter-like, but it's not sitting darter-like. I don't know. I don't think I can solve this cold case, chat. That's a tough one, but this definitely looks like a black-nosed dace. Maybe it's a long nose and a black nose. Could make sense in Vermont. Oh, geez. More Vermont. That's a banded killie right there, if I've ever seen one. I mean, what a blurry, terrible photo, but I'm pretty sure that that's a banded killie right there. Does the environment make sense? I believe it does. I'm gonna call that a banded killie, even though it's pretty blurry. I feel okay with that. Sunfish. Wow, a front angle on a sunfish is tough. I see a little bit of red on the operculum. Where are we? We're in New York. Are there red ear up here? If there's no red ear up here, then it's just a pumpkin seed. Nope, no red ear in northern New York. All right, it's just a pumpkin seed. Mystery solved. Take a shot every time you see a fish. That's a creek chub. That is not an eastern black-nosed ace. Creek chub. Mystery solved. Incorrect ID disagreed with. Holy, I've never seen a baby lake trout. Wait, this is sick. I've never seen a baby lake trout. That is cool. Some sea robin. Dude, taking a shot every time I identify fish is not a bad idea either. We'll do a couple more. Let's look for ones I can solve. I can solve this any day. That is a Atlantic silverside. Oh, striped killie and white perch, presumably. Or wiper. I don't know. Do you ever get tired of fish? From time to time. I take breaks and I study lots of other things. I mean, the majority of my time nowadays is spent with bugs. I just love fish. So I find it easy to go back to them. That's a green sunfish. Boom. Mystery solved. Green sunfish. And we are at a semi-coastal marsh here. This could very easily be a mummy chog. I agree, it's a banded killie, based on the face shape. These are getting disagreed on. These are all creek chub, creek chub, creek chub, creek chub, creek chub. They're all creek chub. Massachusetts bullhead looking like that. That's a brown bullhead every day of the week. All right, one more good ID. The rush of identifying that high bog has got me going. Fine scale dace, it looks like. Is that the one in the area? Fine scale? Let me make sure. Oh, there's red belly and fine scale. I mean, it looks like a fine scale to me. I'll just put it at Chrysomis because I can't be 100% sure. Yeah, this is a great way to learn, I think, watching me go through these. What is this? That's a common shiner. All right, one more. We'll look at you. That is indeed a Cyprinella. Where are we? In Washington? Oh yeah, I don't think we can confirm Cyprinellas in that area. Let me make sure. There are some areas where there are only one species of Cyprinella. I don't know if, what is this? Not the Susquehanna. What's the big river here? The Potomac. Nope, they hold both. All right, in that case, that is just a Cyprinella. No way to tell the difference. All right, that is it for today's episode of Cold Cases, Fish Edition. I don't know what I'm going to call it. There's some name will be put on here eventually. We will continue to solve more cold cases in the future and identify more fish. Have a good day, everyone. Ichthyology cold cases. I don't think ichthyology is good for a YouTube title, but I get the point. I don't think iNaturalist is good either. I think like Fish Detective would be a cool name for the series. Fish Detective. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Woo!